This is your Peace News for Wednesday, July 3rd, 2013. Silver is trading at $20 per ounce. Bitcoin is trading at $83 per Bitcoin. This episode of Peace News is brought to you by WeUseCoins.com. First, a message from Edward Snowden. Quote, "In the end, the Obama administration is not afraid of whistleblowers like me, Bradley Manning, or Thomas Drake. We are stateless, imprisoned, or powerless. No, the Obama administration is afraid of you. It is afraid of an informed, angry public demanding the constitutional government it was promised, and it should be." Edward Joseph Snowden. Last year, 40-year-old Jeffrey Olson was arrested by the San Diego police on 13 misdemeanor charges of, quote, vandalism. Those charges stemmed from protest messages he wrote in chalk in front of 3 Bank of America branches in San Diego. Olson did not deny that he scrawled the anti-bank messages and artwork outside the banks between April and August of last year. The messages included, "No thanks, big banks," and "Shame on Bank of America." Olson said, quote, "I realized that there was basically a criminal racket operating on my block, and I didn't find that acceptable. I never thought in a million years that using washable sidewalk chalk on a city sidewalk could be considered vandalism. That was unfathomable to me." Bank officials demanded his prosecution because they didn't like his message. Olson concluded, quote, "If you're mad about this, if you think this wasn't fair, what happened to me, close your Wall Street bank account. Bitcoin is a great alternative to government money. Learn more at WeUseCoins.com. And in other news, although she's not violating any codes of the city, cop blocker Tony Bones is under fire for making a tire garden. She got the idea from pictures online and began planting a garden contained within recycled car tires. The police are taking her to court over the issue, claiming that she has to, quote, "put them somewheres else." Yep, that's a direct quote from Chief Herb Soul. He continued, "We try and keep people from accumulating tires because they retain water and they attract mosquitoes." Tony Bones will have her day in court. She says she's not backing down on principle to set an example for her children. The Silver Circle movie is now out on DVD and is available for download in HD on iTunes. Purchase the movie in the iTunes store today and get the latest info on showings and special sales at silvercirclemovie.com. The Lamassu Bitcoin ATM is in the news again, this time with their best video demonstration yet, featuring Zach Harvey. Their Bitcoin ATM is capable of gobbling up currency from over 200 countries and converting it instantly to the virtual currency Bitcoin. It's expected to hit the public this quarter. The machine, made by Lamassu, can switch physical to digital cash in 15 seconds simply by scanning a QR code linked to a Bitcoin account and then inserting a bill to add to it. Learn more at LambASUBTC.com. And if you're looking to spend Bitcoin, I recommend BitcoinStore.com. A North Carolina man wrote a blog in which he chronicled his journey exploring a new Paleo diet and reporting the results. An organization of busybodies called the State Board Complaint Committee printed out his blog posts and literally took red pen to them. The board demanded the man comply with their changes or face jail time for giving dietary advice. The state argued that dietary advice is not a constitutionally protected form of speech. It is occupational conduct, which the state must control to protect you. When the Institute for Justice sued on the blogger's behalf last summer, the case was dismissed because the blogger hadn't been injured by the government yet, and so the judge argued that he had no grounds for a complaint. Now, a 3-judge appellate panel, which includes retired U.S. Supreme Court Justice Sandra Day O'Connor, disagrees. They sent the case back to be tried again, saying that advice, even advice that falls under the umbrella of occupational licensing, is constitutionally protected speech. What this means is that the state can now argue, it's true we restricted his speech, but this particular restriction doesn't violate the First Amendment for reasons A, B, and C. What it can't say at this point is that this is not a First Amendment case. In other positive court news, Jared Markham, the 14-year-old student who was arrested at school for wearing an NRA shirt, has been cleared of all criminal charges. This is a win for alternative media and public pressure, as this case was first won in the court of public opinion. Subscribe at youtube.com/peacenewsnow and watch us on the next news network. For Peace News Now, I'm Derek J, reminding you that peace is the way.